Well, hey guys, Silly Tuck here, and welcome back to a brand new episode of ECW Extreme Championship Wrestling. This, of course, is the Guilty as Charged pay-per-view. I gotta come up with a fancy thumbnail for this. Maybe. Yeah, no, we'll make a slightly fancy thumbnail. Okay, we'll change some aesthetics. What did I just say? Oh God. I don't know what happened to my voice there either. Yeah, so tonight, Guilty as Charged. We're going to have Tazz take on Just Incredible in the non-title match. The Sandman take on the ECW champion, Shane Douglas, in our main event. And we're going to have... Sorry, I've got to pull open my little schedule here. We're going to have the FBI take on the Gangstanators. Yes, the Gangstanators. God damn it. For the ECW World Tag Team Championships in a Balls Count Anywhere match. That's right, folks. So, we are here in the Hammerstein Ballroom. I know I could go bigger, but the weird kind of thing about this is, and I actually, you know what, I'll get into this now. So, our shows are taped on the same date as the pay-per-view, so that's why I'm doing Hammerstein, obviously. But the kind of weird and confusing thing is that, see how right now it's Saturday week 2. The episode after this will not be aired till Friday week 3. So, everything that I said last episode technically just happened. Like, the night before. It's weird, it's confusing. I'm not really going to think about it like that. I'm not going to start saying, oh, tomorrow at the pay-per-view. I'm just going to, whatever, say next week, whatever. And I hope you guys can kind of work with me on that, at least. And if you can't, well, I'm sorry. So yeah, let's just get right into the show. We're going to open up pretty much how ECW always opens up on pay-per-view. Joey Styles in the ring with a microphone. So the fans shine down ECW chants onto him. The crowd's fucking rabid. Let's be honest. It's an ECW crowd at a pay-per-view. I don't think I've seen a single ECW pay-per-view where the crowd doesn't start off just violently chanting ECW. Anyways, Joey Styles says, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ECW Guilty as Charged 1998, live on pay-per-view. And Joey proceeds to run down the card. He talks about how the Dudley Boyz are going to meet Spike Dudley tonight. Not actually like meet like a fight, but meet him. There's going to be the ECW World Tag Team Championships, the Gangstanators taking on the champions, the FBI, the full-blooded Italians. We're going to see Just Incredible take on the Human Suplex Machine, Tazz. And in the main event, we're going to see ECW World Champion Shane Douglas defend his championship against one of the most violent men in the history of Extreme Championship Wrestling, the Sandman. And we immediately go backstage to Bubba Ray and Devon Diddley, as I like to call him. We go backstage to Bubba Ray and Devon, and they're asked about Spike, and if they intend on meeting Spike tonight in the ring. Bubba says now. Originally, we weren't going to meet Spike, but me, Devon, Big Dick, we've talked about it. We've thought about it. We've decided to maybe, just maybe, hear you out, Spike Dudley. We're going to be there in the ring for sure. And how it ends up, that's on you. And that's Bubba's kind of warning. As I think we're entering a match. Yes, we are. We're going to see Steve Corino take on Jerry Lynn. So Steve Corino, in his second match in his little run here in ECW, is beaten by Jerry Lynn by submission with a cross arm breaker. So Corino takes on Lynn. In a clash of pretty similar yet different styles. Lynn's grappling is very fast-paced, hold for hold, counter for counter type offense, while Corino's is much more, I don't want to say amateur based fully, but it's a lot more take somebody down, work on their leg, maybe switch over the arm, go back to the leg, keep working down that leg, maybe work on the arm a bit more, maybe work on the back, work on the neck. Very, very precise grappling, very precise work down holds, wear down holds, stuff like that. God damn, I should turn off like Steam and Skype before I record. That'd be smart, but I'm a dumbass. So yeah, these two, they're kind of, they're both smart in their grappling, but one's very quick, one's very slow, and the grappling starts to kind of overwhelm Corino a little bit with the speed of it. Because Corino likes to kind of work a slower pace, and the crowd are pretty damn stunned at the maneuvers Jerry Lynn's able to pull off here. The very quick hold for hold, counter. I'm trying to think of like a decent example. I'd like to think there's like a takedown by Lynn, who then tries to apply a crossface onto Corino, but Corino rolls over, tries to roll up Lynn, but Lynn kicks out. Corino then leg sweeps Lynn, maybe locks him in like some kind of heel hold, but Lynn's able to roll out and basically roll out and get back onto his feet and hits Corino with a huge kick, and then proceeds to like lock in some sort of what the hell do I want to call it? The Batista bite, Neville's finish thing. I don't know what it's called necessarily. But yeah, it's a lot of really quick pace, submission attempt, break, submission attempt, roll out, move, submission attempt. It's a really submission-based match. And the match, though, of course, kind of takes a turn when, once again, Lynn brings out a barbed wire baseball bat, and Corino is like, ooh. Corino looks confused, angry, dumbfounded. He's lost for words, almost looking. This time, however, Lynn is able to, Corino very quickly tries to take down Lynn, but Lynn himself is a fast grappler, so he's able to very easily reverse Corino, and Corino's kind of rage or confusion or whatever necessarily Corino's feeling, he's definitely put off by the barbed wire bat. Lynn's very easily able to take advantage of that, lock in the cross arm breaker, and make Steve Corino tap out. Yeah, so I think up next we're going to a promo here from Just Incredible. Oh no, oh man, what? So Chris Candido runs down to the ring, beats down Lynn. Jerry Lynn, just having fought a pretty damn hard-fought match against Steve Corino, picks up the barbed wire baseball bat, hits Lynn in the back with it, hits Lynn with a massive blonde bombshell. And finally, Chris Candido's kind of acted here on this hatred he spoke of. And actually, we weren't even throwing back to a credible promo. We're going to throw back to the interview area, though, with the Sandman. And the Sandman cuts a promo on Shane Douglas. The Sandman says, I've beaten Shane Douglas before, and I'll do it again tonight. Shane, no matter how far you run, no matter how hard you try, there's no escaping this. And he's got his cane with him, and he says, Shane, I truly hope you're ready for tonight, because I'm not messing around. I think you know that, but you don't seem like the brightest guy. Just making sure you know. Now we're going to cut to kind of like just like a hallway or something like that backstage. Credibles with Chastity. Credible says, now I'm on my way to the ring to face Tazz. And I'm not only going to beat Tazz, but I'm going to embarrass him. I'm going to embarrass all of those people that fear Tazz. Because we all know that Tazz is nothing more than a sawed-off garden gnome trying to be a big man when we all know he's just this tiny, insignificant speck of a human being. So Tazz, look at you. Look at me. There's no comparison to be made. Because I am just incredible. Incredible makes his way down to the ring. And Tazz makes his way down to the ring. And here we go. Non-title match. Tazz taking on Just Incredible. And in a 64C and a decent match, Tazz is able to beat Just Incredible in 17:33. So, man, Tazz got a really damn good rating. Okay, kayfabe there for a minute. But anyways, they have a competitive match, pretty back and forth. It's clear, though, that Tazz is the better man coming out of this. Tazz is very clearly the better wrestler. So Credible's style is that of he's kind of a high work rate, high-paced, charismatic, brawling type guy. He can do some of the technical stuff, but he can't hang to the level of Tazz. Tazz is not only a technical machine, but for his size, he's so strong. He just picks up Credible and tosses him. German suplex, vertical suplex, delayed vertical suplex, full Nelson suplex. And so, really, Credible tries to throw everything he can at Tazz, but Tazz just tosses him basically around the ring. Credible, not the biggest guy. He's taller than Tazz, but he's not a jacked built guy. At one point, Credible tries to use his kendo stick and swings it at Tazz's head, and Tazz literally just bats it out of his hand. Like Credible's full on swing, and Tazz just bats it away, grabs him belly to belly. The finish of the match sees Credible try to hit a That's Incredible, which is his tombstone, I do believe. Tazz stuns Credible and is able to kind of roll out, and just as Credible is able to kind of get his bearings about him, he tries to hit a super kick on him, but Tazz ducks the super kick, reaches his hand under the leg, finds his other hand over the top, hits a massive T-bone suplex, and is able to pick up the victory. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Tazz is able to defeat Just Incredible. Tazz certainly proving that all the things that Credible have said about him, being small, well, he may be small, but he's definitely not anything to mess with. Yeah, good victory for Tazz. Spike Dudley's backstage, and he says, boys, please do meet me later tonight in the ring, because I want to settle this. There's no need that this needs to be happening, all right? There's no reason that the Dudley Boyz need to fight. We can fix this like brothers. Go backstage to Tommy Dreamer's locker room. He's with Beulah McGillicuddy. They're hanging out. They're having a wonderful time. And Paul Heyman bursts in and he says, "Tommy, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but okay, I have some really weird, disturbing news." And Dreamer's like, "Yo, Paul, what's going on, man? Hey, dude, don't worry. What's up? And Heyman says, "Look, all right, RVD, he said he's had some kind of announcement tonight. I don't know what that means. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen." And Dreamer says, "Hey, don't worry, okay? I'm going to figure out where he is. If he tries to go out there, if he tries to pull anything funny, I'm going to sort it out, okay? You don't worry. You don't worry." Paul says, "Okay, thanks, Tommy. I don't know what I'd do without you here, to be honest. You've always got the best interest of this place." Tommy says, "Don't mention it, Paul. Seriously, it's what I do. So the hardcore chair swinging freaks are called out again by the invaders. Drozdov is like, "This time, freaks, it's gonna be a proper fight. It's gonna be a 3-on-2 handicap match, and we're gonna kick your asses." And no, they get their asses kicked. Hardcore chair swinging freaks just destroy the invaders again. Just chair shots. chair shots. There's a reason why they're called the chair swinging freaks. Yeah. Oh, man, Axel Rotten was wasted on drugs. Damn it, Axel. So anyways, Spike's in the ring. Bubba Ray, Devon, and Big Dick come down to the ring. And they enter the ring. Spike's like, yo, guys, I don't necessarily know why you've taken this path where you need to jump guys, you need to be overly violent, you need to insult these people, but I don't understand why we can't coexist. You know, I don't know why we can't just be brothers. Why you guys have felt like you need to attack me, to injure me, to put me out. And Bubba says, you know, Spike, it's because you bring shame to the Dudley name. That kind of rhymed. It's because you refuse to be a real man, like me, like Devon, like Big Dick over here. God damn it. Spike, you refuse to fight to win, instead of trying to make these ungrateful assholes happy. The crowd, obviously. Spike says, look, I can't understand how not even 8 months ago, all was fine with the Dudley Boyz, with the Dudley family. And now all the other brothers are gone. All my other brothers are gone. All your other brothers are gone. Bubba, Devon, Big Dick. Remember Dances with Dudley? What about Dances with Dudley? Where did he go? What happened to him? Genuine question. What happened to him? No, I know what happened to him. I looked this shit up. I don't understand why you two decided to go down this path. And Bubba takes the mic from Spike, looks him dead in the eyes, and says, Spike, I'm sorry, you don't have to understand. You don't have to get this concept that we're going for. You don't have to understand why we do what we do. And I'm not sure even if we told you, you would understand. But I'm pretty certain you'll understand this. And Devon Big Dick tosses Spike off the ropes into Devon, who lifts him up, and it's a massive 3D to Spike Dudley. And the other Dudley Boyz leave, leaving Spike in the ring, hurt, beaten by his own brothers. His own blood, his own family. And the Dudleys don't even care. Okay, thank you, Bubba. I'll do that. We get a promo from the Gangstanators. Most of the talking's done by New Jack. And New Jack says that now the FBI can run, they can hide, but at the end of the day, they won't survive. They kind of weirdly rhyme there. And falls can anywhere. Pinfall submissions, they can happen anywhere. And now, it's a fight to the finish. So please, FBI, please do run. I like Roadkill better anyways. And Cronus is like, ha ha ha! Whatever, he does his weird laugh. God damn it. Anyways, yeah, up next, it's the World Tag Team Championship match. Will the Gangstanators finally now able to get their hands on the FBI? Will they be able to gain the Tag Team Championship gold? Will the FBI find a way to win? You know, we've seen them run away. We've seen them be cowardly, but who knows? Maybe there's some kind of actual ability there. But let's see how it goes. And the FBI have done it. So they won in 14:03 when Little Guido defeated New Jack by pinfall. They fast roll up. FBI make defense number 2 of their ECW World Tag Team titles. So they face off, of course. And it's a back and forth fight, really. It is. Much like the one that we saw 2 weeks ago. And then again, the FBI leave. They just start to leave. But this time, the Gangstanators can follow. So New Jack chases Tracy Smothers backstage, and Cronus chases Little Guido into the crowd. And currently, most of the crowd stuff and stuff like that, with there not really being a Titantron at this point, we're mostly going to stick with Cronus and Little Guido. And Cronus tosses Guido around. He's basically getting his shit kicked in, to be honest. Cronus plays the crowd a lot. At one point, he takes a fan's beer, drinks it. spits in little Guido's eyes, drinks the rest of it, and he pulls out a 5 from like a pocket in his trunks and gives it to the fan as a bit of a repayment. And Cronus throws Guido down the stairs, the concrete stairs. They continue to brawl, and then finally they get back towards the ring, and Tracy Smothers comes back down the ramp with his head split wide open, but there's no sign of New Jack. The FBI double team Cronus, and they even Tommy Rich, their manager, gets in on the action, poking him with a stick maybe or something like that. I don't know what things Italians have. Pokes him with some pizza dough maybe. There you go. We got some stereotypes in there. Finally, New Jack comes down the ramp. He's covered in blood, head to toe basically. He's got a garbage can full of weapons. He dumps the garbage can just outside the ring, smashes Rich square over the head with the empty can, and then runs inside the ring and hits Smothers with the lid. He grabs a barbed wire baseball bat from outside the ring, hits Guido, cutting his back. And so the rest of the match really is New Jack just brutalizing everybody. Just bang, pow, boosh. You know what I mean? Just keeps hitting them with different types of weapons. Until at one point, he's beating down Smothers in the corner, and Guido rolls up from behind, rolls up New Jack. 1, 2, 3, and they dart out of there. The FBI have retained their tag team championships. We had a promo now here in Shane Douglas's locker room. He's with Francine Dawn Marie. No real sight of Lance Storm, but since Dawn Marie's there, I'm assuming that Lance is somewhere, maybe off screen. He cuts promo on the Sandman. I know it doesn't say it there. My bad. Shane says that tonight is just like any other night for the franchise Shane Douglas. Bam Bam. Whether you show up or not, Sandman got lucky. And it will not be happening again. To be frank, I'm insulted by the fact that you think you even have a chance here, Sandman. Because at the end of the day, it won't matter. The ECW World Champion will be coming home with the franchise. So yeah, very confident Shane Douglas here leading into his main event match against the Sandman. And so anyways, we move to the ring, and RVD is in the ring, and he's got a contract with them. And, God, it's that WCW contract again. I guess they just, reprinted another one, because that would make sense. But RVD takes the mic, and he says, "Tonight I have a huge announcement." 2 weeks ago, Tommy Dreamer came out here. Was it the Holiday Hell Show? God damn it, stop booting up and debooting up Arma 3. He assaulted a WCW official. He ripped up a legal document. Tommy Dreamer is a thug. Tommy Dreamer comes out and he says, "Yeah, I did both of those things. And I enjoyed sticking it to you. On behalf of each and every single one of these people here in the ECW faithful." And Van Dam says, Dreamer, that's always the problem with you. You're always for these people. You never think about yourself. But that's not the point. I'm glad you're out here to hear my announcement, because it kind of involves you. See, before I can sign my WCW contract, and I'll let you know I am still signing my WCW contract and getting out of this hellhole. But first, before I leave, I've been tasked by WCW management to kind of clean up some loose ends. You see, when you attacked that member of WCW management, they didn't really like it, Tommy. They didn't really appreciate it. So, before I can come on down to good old WCW, I have a task, Tommy, and that's to beat you. And now I can go to WCW with my business settled and the official avenged. And I have no doubt that I'll beat you, Tommy. Because I am Rob Van Dam, and I am the whole fucking show. So yeah, Dreamer's basically just been put on blast. Van Dam not only now has a reason to beat him, but he probably will. Because let's be honest, Rob Van Dam's pretty damn good at the whole wrestling thing. I know we haven't seen too much of it in this game yet, but if you know the real world a little bit well, you're going to know Rob Van Dam's pretty good at the whole wrestling thing. Anyways, the Sandman makes his way to the ring for the main event of the evening. The Sandman taking on Shane Douglas. Will the Sandman be able to repeat what he did just 2 weeks ago at Holiday Hell? I mean, of course it was, possibly thanks to the help of Bam Bam Bigelow. Will Bam Bam show up again and cost the match for Shane Douglas? Or will Shane Douglas defy all odds and come out still the ECW World Champion? And he does. In a 70C plus bout that had great wrestling and good heat, fans lapped this shit up. Shane Douglas defeats the Sandman in 21:49 by pinfall with a pile driver. Shane Douglas makes defense number 1 of his ECW World Championship. This is a straight-up brawl. Shane Douglas, he's a guy who can do some technical stuff, but let's be honest, the Sandman doesn't do any technical stuff. It's a fight, and it's a brawl. It's a bit of a bloody one, too. The entire match, though, revolves around the fact that Sandman has got his cane. He's a brutal fighter. He's a brawler. And so is Douglas, but Douglas is smart. So Douglas is able to duck certain things. That's how he's able to pick up an advantage in the end. So, really, Douglas rolls out of the way of one of Sandman's attempts at a flying leg drop, his finish. And so he picks up the down Sandman and goes for the belly-to-belly. But it's reversed by Sandman. And he goes to hit that White Russian leg sweep, the other finishing maneuver of the Sandman. But before it can be done, Douglas just kind of reaches his other hand around the Sandman and hits a belly-to-belly from the side, kind of. Showing crazy strength, to be honest, for Shane Douglas. He's a big, strong guy, but that's a really shocking feat of strength. He hits the belly-to-belly and then proceeds to pick up a downed Sandman after this belly-to-belly and hits him with a massive pile driver to kind of seal the deal. And ladies and gentlemen, that is ECW Guilty as Charged 1998. I hope you guys enjoyed. I certainly enjoyed. I want to quickly talk to RVD. I want to praise him for a great performance because RVD is always great. Douglas, I want to praise you for great performance as well. And who can we, we'll talk to Tazz. Well, Tazz, he's had a pretty damn good performance tonight. Our guys seem pleased. That's my favorite note to get. They seemed pleased. And as you can see, we're not quite done yet. Next episode, Hardcore TV. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Silly Tuck, signing out.